we finally managed to make a recap video for you guys. Lindy won, autumn 2022. And we will show you a bunch of moves that you've learned the past weeks and some basics as well. This is Emil.
And this is Katarina.
Hello!
The first thing we'll go through is the basic 6 count in Lindy Hop. It looks like this. 7 and a 1, 2, triple step, 1, 2, triple step, 1, 2, triple step.
I'm doing the follow moves, which means I'm doing the rock step with the right foot.
And I'm doing the lead moves, so I start with my left foot. The next thing we'll show you is how this looks in close position. So to get into close position, as a lead, I put my right hand on the follow's back.
And I put my left arm so that I can reach my lead. And I am closing the gap of misunderstanding. We can turn around a little bit. So everything here is closed, let's say.
You can try to think of it as having your elbows almost touch each other or really close. And as you can see, I place my back roughly in this position, but this also depends a bit on your height. If I'm really tall and the follow is really short, it might be more natural to do it like this, or if it's the opposite, maybe it would be a bit lower. You have to figure out what's comfortable to you. So the basic 6 count in close position looks like this. 7 and 1, 2, triple step, 1, 2, triple step, 1, 2, triple step.
We also have another hand, but we don't really need it right now. But if we would use this hand in a decorative way, we would have both like a Lego grip. And I'm placing my hand in here. There's no thumbs involved in this.
So it's really important not to squeeze your partner. This is something that will probably happen because you get a bit tense. And then it's important to tell your partner that please remove your thumb from my hand.
Also, maybe your hand might go up here, but we don't need that. We can just have it relaxed and chill so that the follow has like a 90-degree angle here.
And when dancing in closed, it's still the hand on the back that's doing the leading. So you can say 7 and 1, 2. So if I dance with my hand, it looks like this, but I can also let go and it should not really affect the dance. And we can use this to go into the next thing, which is called the tuck turn. It looks like this. So the thing that's happening here is that we're on the back step, opening up like this, sort of like a book. And then when we're going back in again, as a lead, I raise my left arm to make a door for the follow to go through.
And he's giving me a high five hand. And then I can go through with the triple step.
We can show you that again. 7 and 1, 2, triple step. And the next thing is how we get back into closed again from this. So then we start in, this is called open position. Often we have a hand that looks like this in open position, but when we're coming out to tuck turn, it can also look like this. So getting into closed, it looks like this. 7 and 1, 2, triple step.
Here I want to smoothly put my arm around and I don't want to knock over my lead while I do this.
And an important thing here for leads is to use your right hand and catch the follow as early as possible. 7 and 1, 2, so already here I'm catching the follow.
This gives me a hint of, okay, I actually should put my arm around.
Yes. And also it makes it easier to distinguish between this and the next thing we'll show you, which is called change of place, which looks like this.
Rock step, rock step.
So here, as a lead, it's important that I move out of the way to let the follow have a straight path that they can follow.
Yes, and I get like a rock step from you by you giving me some space, basically.
Yes, and also here, as a lead, I'm lifting my arm to the upright direction to give a door again for the follow to pass through. 7 and 1, 2, triple step, triple step.
I go
1,
through this
2.
door.
Yes.
Thank you for the door.
Thank you. And you can also do a similar move, which we call lead under, which resembles, and in this move, instead of the follow rotating, it's the lead that rotates. It looks like this.
I still have my straight line. My lead is going out of the way for me.
Yes. And to distinguish between a change of place and lead under, it's important as a lead to lift your arm to the up left direction instead of the up right direction, because here you're making a door for yourself.
Sounds good.
Yes. And the next thing is how we get from this position, which is called open position, into what's called a cross hand position, where the lead has their right hand connected to the follow's right hand.
Mm-hmm. You can also say it's basically the same grip as when you're shaking hands with someone. Hello.
Yes, but we're still keeping the Lego hands.
Yes, no thumbs.
No thumbs.
We're shaking hands without thumbs, however that works.
So the easiest way to get into this is from a change of place. So what I'm doing basically as a lead is at the end, I'm just quickly changing the grip. It looks like this.
Sneaky.
And change of hand.
Whoop.
We can show that again from another direction. It's easier if I do this way, I think. And from this position you can do a lot of funny things. So the first thing is how we get into closed from cross hand position. And it's similar to how we get into closed that we taught you earlier. But here you let go and just catch the follow. It looks like this.
What happens here when we start and we do a rock step in cross hand position is that instead of doing a rock step straight back, I do a rock step kind of rotated. So I'm rotating into my own arm because physics.
Yes. The arms are going that direction.
Mm.
And also here it is really important that you catch the follows back as early as possible. And 1, 2, so already here I'm catching their back. So,
We have a sweet thing.
yes, we have a really sweet move, which is called the sweetheart. It looks like this.
I am offering my hands when I feel his arm on the back.
Yes. And to distinguish between this and getting into closed, I think it helps as a lead to again raise your arm in the upright direction and not letting go of the hand. And as a follow, I think it's easier if you always try to follow or like keep in touch with the lead's hand.
Indeed.
So we can show again from a bit different direction.
Mm-hmm.
And now how we get out of this, it looks like this.
Triple step, triple step.
And to signal this, I actually use this part of my arm against the follow's left shoulder. So if we get into sweetheart.
In which count?
So 1, 2, 3, and not push, but here is when there's like a connection signaling to go that way.
So on the 5 and 6, I guess.
Yes.
On the 5. Mm-hmm.
So we can show this once more, how we get in and out in one move.
Short step, triple step, triple step.
Very good. And you can, instead of doing sweetheart, doing another move which is called Frankie Sixes, which is a bit more complicated, but it looks really fancy.
And it is basically 3 6 counts after each other.
Looks like this.
We can do it with counting. 5, 6, 7, 8. Rock step, triple step, triple step. Rock step, triple step, triple step. Rock step, triple step, triple step. As a follow, I feel a lot of this movement going on. So I'm I'm rotating with my whole body while I'm doing triples or steps, or rock steps in that case.
And as a lead, to make this more comfortable for the follow, it's important to use your hand on the follow's back. I can show you like this. So to get into this position, and now when we get into the thing that looks like sweetheart, I'm catching the follow's back here. And then when we're getting out, we do a open, and I switch shoulder, and then we get out. And I think the last thing for today is 8 counts.
So everything so far has been 6 counts, which is step, step, triple step, triple step. But now we will change the pattern.
We can just show maybe with the feet first.
Yeah.
When we count.
We start again the follows with the rock step to the right, or with the right foot.
And we, as leads, start with our left foot.
7, 8, rock step, triple step, 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 triple step. We can do this together.
Yes.
In a 8 count basic, if you want to do it in closed position, or I would say it's side by side, right?
Side by side position. Then we're almost totally parallel, looking in the same direction. So to get into this, like when you're enclosed, you open up and let go of the hand. And in this position, the 8 count basic looks like this. And the 8, 1, 2, triple step, 1, 2, triple step, 1, 2, triple step, 1, 2, triple step. As a lead, it's important here that you are really connected on the follow's back. I can push from this direction. Because we use our body and this connection to show whether we're doing a single triple step or multiple triple steps. I think if we do it that way, it's easier to show. Yeah, so it can look like this. 7 and 1, 2, triple step, 1, 2, triple step, or 1, 2, triple step, triple step, triple step, 1, 2, triple step, 1, 2, triple step, 1, 2, triple step, triple step, triple step.
I'm not anticipating what's going on. I'm just, you can do it as an exercise to close your eyes in these type of things. But please ask your lead first.
Yes, and as a lead, again, it's really important to be very clear. If you're braking, then I think it's easier if you brake with your entire body. So we can show 7. If I exaggerate, I really lean back, and here I stand in like a frontwards position. This, I think, makes it easier for the follow to follow this movement. And also here it's super important with the connection here, because this is the connection I use to actually brake. If there's no connection here, there's no signal for the follow to actually stop moving in one direction.
Also, I'm trying to be a bit relaxed about the beat, let's say. So I'm rather lagging a little bit behind, rather than trying to be on point and focusing. Yeah.
And the last thing is what's called the saloon doors. It's also a 8 count move, and it looks like this.
So basically, we're just giving each other a hug on 2 sides. And our counting is 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's an 8 count move to get from to the front and to the back.
Yes. And here it's really important that you, I think, really open up for the opening part. To also to distinguish between this, the saloon doors, and just normal 8 count basic. So we can, if we exaggerate, so open.
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 Woo.
So that was the recap of Lindy classes. The
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Something
Thank
like
you.
that.